Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, in the previous video, we have seen how to search for the right people to interact with. Now, as we noticed, sometimes they are very engaging, they're very active in posting, but some people, they are not very active in posting. So for the people who are very active in posting, I want you to engage with them. I said like their post and comment on their post. Now, quite common thing what I notice is when you're commenting, most of the people say, good, great post, that's nice to hear, thought-provoking, that's about they say. Or even before that, they just say, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. And when someone starts a new position, they say, congratulations, congratulations. That's what you will see. I don't want you to do that. What I want you to do is actually read the post and comment something that makes sense, right? For example, let me show you I'll take my own posts to start with, and then I'll show you what the comments I usually get. For example, as you can see, I'm very active on my LinkedIn. So I'll show all my posts, and this is the latest post I shared. Yep, Kishore Katti absolutely nailed it, because today we had a board meeting for one of our companies called Benga Designs, and Kishore was the CEO. So he shared a framework called Millions, right? And then there is a framework that we follow when we're doing this board meeting. So I've shared some posts. I said, yep, that's good. And this framework works for everybody. And then I put a couple of posts. Now, if you want to interact with that post, if you want to comment here, don't just say good post or great post. I want you to think about what the author is talking about. He's talking about a presentation at a board meeting. He's talking about some framework. He's talking about some MLI, some acronyms. And also he says, yeah, this framework works for everybody. And he ends up with saying that, hey, want to have a chat, little telephone symbol, that's a landline phone, by the way. So a good way to comment here is to interact with the post, and if you want to come across yourself as funny, you can put something saying that, hey, I know the telephone. By the way, great information, Krish. Because you're telling the reader that you have actually gone through the post and you have gone through a little quirky message that, hey, that's a telephone, that's a landline telephone. So you're replying to that humor. Or sometimes you can say that I totally agree, mastering money is the most important topic, right? So whereas if I see the comments, I can show you how people have interacted. Well, I didn't get any comments at all on that one, right? Let's look at the next one, a meeting that left me truly inspired. I met with Prithvi. He's the founder of this magazine, and also he's the managing director of a chain of Mexican restaurants. So I had a wonderful time with him. So I said, surround yourself with people who discuss ideas. So I mentioned something in the post. Now, if I look at the comments, I can see, yep, great minds discuss great ideas. So Francesca there is actually telling me that she has just actually gone through the post, and she's repeating what is one of the main things which I mentioned in the post. And what Carolyn said here, great post, Krish. We too are all about connecting curious and creative action-oriented people. It's amazing how right conversations, especially those focused on ideas, can completely shift your perspective and spark new thinking. So this is where Carolyn didn't say great post, Krish. Carolyn is actually mentioning something about the post and what she got out of it. So now I will remember Carolyn a lot more than people who haven't commented, or people who just said congratulations or great post. Because great post is just a sentence. There's no depth to it. So whenever you're commenting on people's posts, I want you to put some depth to it. Right. What happens if you're not sure, right? All you do is take this again, copy the whole thing here and put it in ChatGPT and say, give me something funny reply. All right. Give me a funny reply that I can do on the LinkedIn post. Right? Truly inspiring post. Now, excuse me while I schedule a 2 hours meeting Toastmaster. Now I don't like it. I say make it start with humor, but make it that something I learned from it. Again, remember guys, use ChatGPT only to correct the grammar. I mean, here I'm using it to create something, but I'm not going to simply copy and paste it. I'm going to use it to spark the creativity out of it. All right, it says humorous. Yeah, love this post. First takeaway, I clearly need to find more friends who casually hang out with billionaires. Okay, yeah. Second takeaway, and more serious one, surround yourself with people who discuss ideas. Such a game changer. Thanks for the reminder to level up my circle and the conversations. So it starts with a bit of humor, and then it adds the flavor with it starts with a bit of humor. Sorry, I'm just moving my mic here. It starts with a bit of humor, but then it's got some serious takeaway from it. And for example, if you're not sure and if you want, this is the best way I suggest. I said, hey, I know that telephone, even though I am Gen Z, but great takeaway to surround yourself with people who discuss ideas. Make it funny and inspirational. Hey, I might be Gen Z, but I know the telephone. I even know what a telephone is, what a landline is. Jokes aside, this post hits hard. Surround yourself with people who like ideas. Upgrading software for the lifetime, time to uninstall that gossip app and download some big ideas. That's cool. So I'm going to use it and I'm going to comment it on the post. When you do this, guys, there is a bit of effort. I must tell you that there is a bit of effort that you put in. Maybe half an hour every day or even 45 minutes every day. You get to comment only 10 people. But the most important thing is you're not aiming for the quantity. You're aiming for the depth of depth in that message to connect with the people. The depth that's more valuable, not the wide net. Because remember, you're trying to apply for a job. You're trying to get a job. When you connect to that one person, you need to have a deeper conversation with that person. When you're trying to sell on LinkedIn and then you're trying to cast a wider net is something like, I'm looking for bookkeeping clients. So I'll do a wider net. I'll get clients. They put in my top funnel, middle funnel, and then they come to my bottom of the funnel where I get an opportunity to do the sale, and then my team will do the work. So my strategy would be different because I'll try to go wider. Whereas when you're applying for a job, you need to go narrower with those connections. I too do narrow, but once they come into my funnel, then I go deeper and narrow with them. But to start with, I'll do a wider net. But for your case, you need to find out that person and have a deeper and a narrower connection with that person. And the way you do it is when you reply personally. Reply something that resonates with you, what you've learned, and something that makes you memorable. All right, so once you have it, all you do is copy, paste, and then just reply underneath here in the comment. Once again, keep checking your LinkedIn. I suggest that go on it every single day. Go on to the people you have searched for, look for their connection, look for their posts, and try commenting something meaningful under their posts. Good luck. I'll see you in the next video.